Okay, last night's episode of the Challenge Double Agents. So previous to this episode, we see that Corey and Cam are together. CT is back with Big T. Lee and Casey won the skydive challenge. Big T, CT voted in by the house. Big T hadn't gotten her skull yet, so she definitely wanted to go in. And then, not a shocker to anyone, Kyle and Anissa were thrown in. Big T prevails over Anissa and gets her skull. She decides to stay with CT, and Kyle and Amber are paired up. Kyle obviously distressed about it because he knows he's going to continue going in. Okay, so episode starts. We see Amber and Casey bonding. They have this big brother bond. But if you're a fan of the show, you know when they show this, it's because, something's going to happen later on in the episode. Kyle, interesting enough, is now paired with Big Brother because of his partner, Amber, when this whole time he's hated Big Brother. CT wakes up Big T at 5 a.m. It's still dark out to train. I thought he was going to be training with her, but he was just training her. And from what I was seeing, she was doing really well. For the mission this week, it was Mission Global Domination. I did not like this challenge. It's weird because there was an odd number of teams, and obviously the winners from last week, Casey and Leroy, had a huge advantage because they got to pick who got to do offense twice, and of course they chose themselves. There are 2 rounds, and they have to be in these sphere things, and they just look like huge hamsters in them. Didn't look like a lot of fun moving these things, especially if you're in one of these spheres with Fessy. He is huge and you're just trying to keep up, and he will of course keep going even if it means you're rolling around in the ball. Sorry, Nani. Corey and Cam were going hard, targeting CT and Big T since they were the only ones they could really target. It was funny to see Amber completely over Fessy. They were working together because of the Big Brother Alliance, but she is over his attitude and the way he was handling the situation, just what he was saying and stuff. It was very annoying. In this, I was definitely rooting for Kyle and Amber, but it seemed difficult that they were going to prevail over Lee and Casey since they get the best score out of both those rounds. Top 3 teams were, of course, Lee and Casey, Fessy and Nani, and Kyle and Amber. And of course, Lee and Casey win again. And I'm not taking away props from them because obviously they are a great team and they have won a bunch of challenges. But like every season, there are advantages, and when you have people in the game that want you to win, that's huge. It's just not very interesting for us to watch, There could be a tie in the votes, and I was really interested to see what would happen if there was a tie. Then we see feud between Casey and Amber. Kind of similar, but just, I guess, not as huge and entertaining as her feud with Bailey. Like, I understand where both of them are coming from. Of course, Casey has other people higher on the totem pole, and Amber is hurt by that. Amber feels like Casey owes her something because she allowed Casey to get her skull when, of course, Amber could have gone in and gotten it herself. Casey doesn't feel this way. She feels that she got it for herself, which, she did win that elimination for herself. So, yeah. It's very typical. Something like this always happens. So, yeah, Amber cuts ties with Big Brother, which at this point, it's kind of inevitable because they're taking care of themselves and she's paired with someone that's not aligned with them. So, yeah, there definitely is a divide in the house. She's more on the side with Kyle, CT, and Big T. So, I don't know what was going on. I think Kyle and CT were trying to stage a fight. I'm not sure what they wanted to get out of this. I think they wanted somehow a confusion to happen and Fessy to be thrown in, but I don't know how they were going to get away with that, and I think CT realized that and backed out of it. It was funny. CT votes in Kyle, and he tells Kyle afterward, he's like, I have to tell you something, so yeah, I voted you in. And Kyle's like, what the heck? I should have voted you in too then. They're both super sneaky, so I get it, they're aligned, but they don't trust each other. And, of course, it's better for CT if Kyle goes in rather, him going in, so. But But I would have loved to see a Fessy CT elimination. I would have loved for that to happen. I would have loved for somehow Fessy to be thrown in. So, of course, Kyle and Amber are compromised, and yeah, we see that it's a hall brawl elimination, and immediately I'm thinking, wow, CT, you're in luck. This is totally your competition. But surprise, it's a female elimination. So it's going to be Big T versus Amber. And Amber has a huge advantage since she's done this before and won. And she's bigger than Big T, which doesn't mean we should count out Big T because she has shown her strength and she won her last elimination. So yeah, I just feel so bad because she was just in there last week and now she's back in there, and yeah, it's very unfortunate. Big T was definitely putting up a fight and giving it her all. She's definitely very passionate and has a lot of fight in her, but Amber is faster and she has the advantage. She definitely knows the winning strategy for this. Amber wins, and you know, even though Big T doesn't get that W, you still see her sunshine and strength shine through, and she's just such a joy. I've loved watching her this season. I hope she's on many more challenges to come. So then it comes down to Amber choosing who she wants to be paired up with, and I was shook because she chose Fessy. She's kind of like, you know, this is karma, I'm gonna pair myself with you, so deal with it. And Fessy just rolls his eyes and is so visibly upset, which I hate that he does that. Like, it's such poor sportsmanship. And then it's up to Nany to choose between Kyle and CT, and she chooses Kyle. Kyle is so upset because that means CT goes rogue, and seems like he'll be safe until the final. Seems like CT will be going to the final. So, you know, everyone just got what they didn't want. They've been trying to get CT gone from the first week, and looks like he's making it to a final. So for the next episode, we see crying from Amber. We see some kidnapping challenge and, you know, a very cold, snowy environment. I love that they gave us 5 minutes of All-Stars after this episode ended. And of course, I already saw the first episode. I saw it this morning and it was so enjoyable. I was so happy to see all those players come back. And it was so funny because they're so much older now. And yeah, definitely enjoying All-Stars, and I can't wait for episode 2. Don't forget to subscribe for more challenge content, and like and comment. Share your thoughts with me on this episode and about All-Stars.